The next thing we're going to do is kind of 2-in-1, and it's something that I actually did quite a while ago. I did it, I don't know, it was the first couple weeks that I had the 4Runner. What we're going to do is we are going to bypass a relay so that the 12-volt outlets, both in the console and the one in the back, will be on all the time. The ignition doesn't have to be on. So if you're charging anything, you don't have to worry about the car being on. That actually also gives us a jumping off point to install a dual USB charger into the center console, because then we can tap into the wires that are right there at the 12 volt cigarette lighter adapter socket, 12 volt socket, whatever you want to call it. So we can just jump right over there, tie into those wires, and we will have our dual USB charger. There's 2 screws underneath here. You'll undo those, and then this whole panel will pop off. There is a little trim ring that goes around your ignition. That'll probably pop off and go flying. You'll just pop that back on after you've put everything else back together. So that panel will drop down. You'll probably have to undo a harness for the climate control. Mine is still connected, well, we'll talk about that later. After you get that panel off, there is a metal support bracket that goes up underneath the steering column. There's 2 bolts holding that on either side. Those are 10, I think these are all 10 mil. You'll take that off, and then we are going to come over to the fuse panel. Here's the fuse block, and of course I've got mine lowered and moved out of the way. There are 3 10 mil bolts holding that on, and this will actually, you can jimmy this down a little bit more, and because we need to get to the back of it, to the left and to the back, or on top of it, I guess technically. I highly encourage you guys to check out the link on the write-up of this, because it's really, really good. So you need to get to the back and or top, whatever you want to call it, of this fuse panel. And again, I realize this looks intimidating. This is all really, really, really simple. This is about as good as it's going to get lighting wise. Now you can see there's that little loop there right in the middle of the shot. That is a jumper wire. So that's just a short piece of wire with 2 male spade ends crimped onto each end. And what that is doing is bypassing a relay that used to be in the first relay position, just on the back of this plug. And again, I encourage you to check out the write-up. It's going to explain what that's doing, how that's bypassing the power, and it has really, really good pictures on where to put that jumper. It's not hard, trust me guys. I originally said this was kind of a 2-in-1. I guess this is kind of a 3-in-1 mod, because I also have down here, I have a little fuse jumper that leads into another USB charger, but this is the USB input that goes to my Sony head unit, and then so that's one, and then the other is a charger, and I'm pulling power to power that whole thing via that fuse jumper. I got those on Amazon too. I'll throw a link in the description for those. And then these small wires, I have my radar detector hardwired into here. That is grounded because that panel goes down here and is bolted to a bracket that bolts to the body. So that is a ground. Now to get into the center console here, if you want to mount another USB charger, is really easy. You just open up the console, grab on the upper part, the textured part outside of this cubby, grab that and pop that up. It's just clipped on. I've already undone the wiring harnesses so I could pull this out, but you'll have a harness for your 12 volt adapters, harness for if you have a seat heater or any other buttons down here you'll have to unplug. And all I did was this dual USB charger that I got on eBay or Amazon, I'll put the link down below, has a pigtail plug with positive and negative, and all I did was splice that directly into the 2 wires on the other 12-volt adapter harness and brought those over, so that's running off of the same factory fuse. Really easy to do, so I'll just put it back together. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed all that. Hope you got some good information out of that, and I hope you have good luck with it. I've had a lot of good luck with it, and they've been fantastic mods. Now, I will say that the dual USB charger and then the USB charger / audio input for my stereo, if you look at the reviews, a lot of people have really negative reviews, and I mean, it is just cheap Chinese stuff, but I've had 0 issues on any of that stuff. So me and my wife both run iPhones. We have had no problems with you know, like accessory not supported stuff out of either one of those items. So it's been good. I suppose now it's time for me to let you guys in on a little secret that I bought another project. I know, what is wrong with me? Apparently I just like to make bad financial decisions. I don't know. Actually, if you guys know anything about me, you know that I like to make smart financial decisions when it comes to the vehicles, which is why I really think this next project is gonna, it's not a long-term project. I don't plan on keeping it. I don't plan on using it. I plan on fixing it / fixing it up and selling it to further the permanent fleet here at Skunk Works Garage. So I wasn't looking for it, just like I wasn't looking for the Bronco, but hey, when life gives you jalapenos, you make salsa. So on that note, we've done all the fun stuff today. Now I get to change the oil in this. We've put 5,000 miles on it since we've had it. It's time for an oil change. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section below. I'll be sure to get back to you. You can always email me, hawkeyeskunkworks@gmail.com. If it's just a quick tech question about the video, put it down below, because then anybody else that has that same question can scroll down and see that. It's been a great tool for a lot of people. So be sure to check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Please hit that subscribe button. I think probably when this video drops, we're going to be at 2,200 subscribers on YouTube, which I know is not huge, but it's a huge number for me, and it's a huge jump from just what it's been over the last few months, and we keep growing a lot. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit that notifications button so that you will actually see when I drop a new video, which has been once a week for the last like 2 months almost. So it's been great. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Thanks again. We'll talk to you later. Bye.